Okay then. The next thing the SI system needed to define was gravity. Gravity is a force that pulls together anything that's got mass. Now, I've got mass, you've got mass, the Earth has got mass, so we tend to be pulled towards the Earth because it's a pretty massive thing. The Earth's got mass, the Sun has got mass, so the Earth tends to get pulled towards the Sun. So it orbits it. Quite useful, really. So gravity is a thing which pulls objects together. On Earth, we take gravity to be 9.81 meters per second squared. Now, in the next lesson, I'm going to be talking about the way that we've written meters per second squared here. This is one way of writing meters per second squared. Another way of writing it is meters per second squared. They both mean the same thing. What it actually means is, every second that goes by, the cow accelerates by a further 9.81 meters per second. So when our cow first runs off the cliff, its downward velocity is 0 because it's not moving downwards yet. It's a cartoon cow, and cartoon cows don't start to fall until they've run off the cliff, their little legs have gone blah, 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 and then they look down and say, uh-oh. So the cow has just gone, uh-oh, and now it starts to fall. 1 second after it said, uh-oh, it is accelerated by 9.81 meters per second, which means now its velocity is 9.81 meters per second. 1 second later, it is accelerated by another 9.81 meters per second. So its velocity now is 19.62 meters per second. 1 second after that, it's accelerated by another 9.81. So its velocity is 24.53 meters per second. And every second that goes by, the cow's velocity increases by another 9.81 meters per second. If the cow were on the moon, it would just continue to accelerate until it hit the ground. On Earth, of course, we have a little bit of atmosphere. That's going to affect the cow's velocity. That will actually slow it down. The cow will get to what we call terminal velocity and not accelerate any further. Unfortunately for the cow, terminal velocity is somewhere in the region of 400 meters per second. So the cow's pretty well history, I'm afraid. We take gravity to be 9.81 meters per second squared, and we say that it's constant throughout the Earth. In actual fact, it's not constant throughout the Earth.